Greetings, sirs and madams. I'm Seraphic Zero, and we're playing Gundam Breaker. Yes, this is not Gundam Battle Operation, and yes, I am doing this recording live with the footage, so please bear with me. I don't do this very often. But yeah, this is Gundam Breaker. This is the Gunpla game where you collect parts and stuff them together to make original things, and that's one of my builds in the background. So what I'll be basically doing is I won't be doing a playthrough of all the missions, but I have a few schematics of like different types of combat builds, and I'll basically be showing that off and like just seeing if I can show you like what all of them do, and different types of attacking styles and stuff like that. So this one I have in the background is unfortunately I apologize for it not being so original, but it's basically mostly a heavy arms build. It has a high new backpack and a double Zeta head. And let me go ahead and show you all the specifics on it. You'll notice that all of my builds, they're not really put together for visual taste. They're built really for functionality and for stats, so that's why they look the way they do. Okay, so my double Zeta head is 10 star, and it does a lot of damage like for its beam cannon attack. And weirdly enough, like I didn't drop this head with I didn't get this one from a gold runner. It was just a red one, and like I just like grabbed it for the hell of it, and it turned out to be 10 stars, so that was kind of surprising. So you notice my heavy arms torso and my heavy arms legs, they're not really they're not maxed out, and I really need to get better ones so that I have more capacity to put on better stuff. And my shield is only a high grade shield because I'll tell you, that beam Gatling gun it's holding the left hand, that thing is heavy. It's like, I think I read on the website it was like 4,900 in weight, and so I had to sacrifice a lot of things in order to put that Gatling gun on. I don't even have a melee weapon equipped for that reason, but this is mostly a ranged build. I find that mixed builds, like things that do like one and then the other, they aren't able to really focus on damage output, so I just usually do one or the other. Like if I have a melee build, I do try to put a good gun on it, like for situations where you can't reach the enemy. But yeah, usually I just focus on one or the other. Let me show you my modules. Oh yeah, well, my options, I have the large repair kit, I have the leg missile launchers. I do have the option of putting on the homing missiles from the shoulders too, and they do much more damage, and they have better tracking, but they just cost so much. I don't have the capacity to put all of them on. I also have the medium repair kit, and while 8,000 HP is like very, very small compared to my total HP 86,000, I have it here to not really like heal in an emergency. Sometimes I'll use it to heal in between areas, but I'll use it basically to use it for its invincibility frames to dodge some attacks, and I'll demonstrate this later on in the video. For my X-Ax, I have for my triangle, I have the full open attack from the heavy arms, and basically it all the machine guns and missiles on this thing will fire at the same time. And a lot of people say this this X-Act has trouble doing damage compared to other things, but I find that compared to perfect grade bosses, it does a lot of damage. But yes, maybe you'll have trouble against little aces, and it doesn't really do as well against crowds because the missiles can only hit a certain area instead of everything, like a beam cannon special attack. But I find that it's more effective against large bosses. That's really why I have it here. And yeah, it takes a long time to recharge. This is my all range attack for my High New Gundam's funnel backpack. And I believe the high news backpack does the most damage out of all the funnels in the game. And luckily, I also have it's also 10 stars. That's really lucky. And this is the Hyper Mega Cannon attack. I think that's what it's called, from the Double Zeta head. And yeah, I would really like to have a different head for this build. Like maybe something that'll give me more of a boost to my beam gatling attack. But having the beam cannon there is useful. I have it on most of my builds. It's really there for attacking entire crowds and getting people out of your face. And so yeah, this this is a beam gatling gun. This is not a weapon I see a lot of people use in the videos for some reason, but I really like them because they do massive damage. They have a good firing rate. Unfortunately, you can't move while you're shooting them, but they actually do a lot of stunning. They stun your enemies, and they also pierce through the enemies, so you can actually technically shoot an entire crowd at the same time. And the triangle attack actually launches people, so it's really, really good for defense. So let's go ahead and pull up a mission now. That is not the mission I thought it was going to be. Oh, let me find it. Bullshit. Where is it? I think it's this one. Okay. If it's not this one, then I'll cut and get Rio. Doesn't matter. Oh yeah, just to demonstrate for you guys really fast. When you go to your computer allies, you can actually press square and load a schematic. I didn't know you could do this. So just for the sake of help, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna load this schematic as a partner. Okay. Sometimes it's helpful, sometimes it's not, because if you load your schematics and you're in one of those fights that like the team attack or the area raids, or your team can only die a limited number of times. If you have your own schematics, they will cost more. Although I haven't really discovered what determines the cost of everything. Yeah, I guess the build does look pretty handsome. You'll notice a lot of my builds are white. I guess I'm just my brain doesn't really think in color, so oh well. Yeah, I think this is the right mission. Yeah, this mission is also kind of a pain in the ass. Oh my god, I forgot I can't see shit. Yeah, so this is like yeah, so you notice how that's doing a lot of damage. Like, I'm doing like 1400 per hit with the Gatling, and of course, it's a machine cannon, so yeah, really drilling into the enemy there. Oh yeah, funnels go. And one bad thing about having funnels with this build is the funnels target the same enemy as you do. Oh, that was like 6,400 per hit. So the funnels target the same enemies as you do, and your beam gatling will actually push them back slightly. This will affect the accuracy of your funnels a little bit. So sometimes I will try to watch my funnels to see what their timing will be like exactly, and I will actually stop shooting when I know my funnels are about to attack. Oh my god, I forgot to describe my modules. Dang. Okay, maybe we'll do that on the way back. Alright, so these enemies are actually gonna have to turn off my target lock and go towards these things. I'm not perfectly sure how this is, why these things are here, and if I really need to break them or not. I'm gonna go back and do that. Whoa! It just Okay, so you notice how he's attacking me, but I'm not being stunned by the attack. That's because one of my modules is actually a thing that prevents me from being stunned from small attacks and also prevents me from being knocked back by explosions. I say it's the best freaking module in the game. Crap. God. I know it's kind of a gimmick for ease being Gunpla and everything, but holy crap is that annoying. I really hate when that happens with your parts. And for me, I always either lose my head, my backpack, or the arm I need to attack, because my arm and my backpack are both my left arm. Whoa! He usually stays, like on that bridge up there. I don't know how he fell down, that's really strange. Okay, let's mop up the rest of these guys. Beam Gatling for everybody. And, yeah, I apologize if, the fighting style for the schematic is a little straightforward, but it's effective. Yeah, I'm not gonna, like, martial arts or like just start beating the crap out of people. Although it is hilarious when you see like a heavy arms do this, because it just looks so chunky. Yeah, I used to have a build that used martial arts, and it had the double Zeta's legs, so it just looked like friggin' chunky. It was awesome. Yeah, so I'll often like initiate my engagement with the enemy with a beam cannon attack. I just don't want to deal with people. Yeah, and the beam gatling, it's doing enough damage to where when people block, I'll just shred through their shield. It's working well for this difficulty, but in the higher difficulties, enemies can have like shields that are like ridiculously strong. You can go through your entire ammo like clip and or your entire ammo capacity, and their shield won't have been destroyed by that point. Okay, right. Yeah, and the reason I'm using these missiles instead of the homing missiles is because they're actually very fast to come out. So oftentimes, you know that missiles will instantly shatter a shield, right? So when an enemy takes a guarding position, I sometimes just fire off some missiles to shatter their shield, then I can do damage to them. The homing missiles don't travel as fast, so that's why I'm not using those. But the leg missiles, these heavy arms leg missiles, they're a little slow to fire, so it's kind of give and take. Be a little careful with that. Alrighty, let's go pick the boss. Yeah, and I'm not gonna okay, so there was no opening animation. Okay, let's ready. Okay, so I was discussing how I would use the repair kits to use them for their invincibility frames to show how to dodge sweeping attacks. Let's go. And this is for when the obstacle is spinning. And I guess it helps that I've played a lot of Monster Hunter, and it helps me have the proper timing for being able to do this. Well, okay, he's destroyed. Okay, he's gonna take a little bit of time to get ready. Whoa. Oh, go. Okay, this is the attack where it's gonna fall on her head. Yeah, and I used to have a lot of trouble fighting this thing because I was fighting him to farm for, I think, Gatling masteries. Oh, this bad. Oh, crap. Yeah, bad timing. Okay, let's go ahead and Gaios. And the bad thing about Gaios is I noticed that, you don't have invincibility frames as soon as you get out of it. And that causes you to die pretty badly sometimes. And it's just annoying when you Gaios and then die instantly. It's kind of embarrassing. Okay, let's get her stuff. That's too blurry for me to read any of this, so I'm sorry, guys. Lots of modules and purple parts again. Very neat. Yeah, in the next game, I really hope they improve the loading times. I'll just grab these, go feed them. Mark II stuff. Actually, I don't know what that is. Jim or is it Zaku? Cheeky beam rifles, Mark II. Long beam rifle. Don't really like using. Which machine gun is that? I have no idea. Grab that. Shield, I don't really want it. And I have maxed out money. They really need to find a way to make money useful again. In my opinion, what it should be used for is they should have like you can like pay to upgrade your parts. Like maybe for master grade parts, maybe $1 million for 1 star. That seems kind of balanced to me. Okay, let me build the parts. Let's grab 1 part. Which machine gun is it? The 90mm bullpup. And 7 stars. That's not bad for being a purple runner. You should just get like friggin' 1 star out of those. Okay, before we go, let me show you my modules. Yeah, we forgot to do that. Okay. Gatling Mastery Plus. Gatling Mastery Plus. Treasure Hunter Plus. I was not looking for this thing intentionally, it just happened to drop, so that was lucky. I actually got it from mission 100, the very last one, so goddamn, these things are hard to find. Okay, this raises capacity by 1500 and HP by 500. I should probably trade that for one that raises defense and capacity instead, because 80,000 HP isn't bad. Okay, this raises capacity and defense. Same part. This one... Oh, what does this one do? Oh, okay, so this one raises your armor, and it also gives back 10% of the damage you do as HP. So, kind of, there's a point where you have a lot of defense and enemies can barely damage you, where you're better off using your modules for something that gives you damage output. But I find that in the later missions, it's really hard to survive. You will use all of your healing parts. So having some sort of module that assists your healing in other subtle ways, it's very helpful. In this case, I get health back when I do damage, and it helps a lot when I'm doing bosses because I can really focus damage into them. There are other modules where they'll just heal a certain percentage over time. I find those are also very helpful towards the end game, but not everybody uses those, so it's really up to you. So pick whichever one you like. And this last module is the friggin' best module in the game. I have no idea what it's called, but it keeps me from being stunned by little attacks, and it keeps me from being knocked back by large explosions or heavy attacks. But yeah, that's my build. Basically my ideal, like a ranged build. So yeah, that will be it for this video, and I'll show you another schematic in the next one. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.